Hello! I am so glad you could be here today to help me paint up the Sepulchral Guard from Warhammer Underworlds. My name's Rich, the channel's called New Memphis, the Patreon is up if you want to read the first 5 chapters of my book, Barrowstadt, which is coming out in September. Still feels kind of weird promoting my work like this, but, you know, I'm also kind of a dope as fuck writer, so, you know. Fuck it, whatever works. Can't believe I did all that all in one take. Amazing. Incredible. God, I'm good. The first 5 chapters are free, with more coming soon. An epic battle between the civilized vampires and the scattered barbarian human tribals. At least as far as they know, it's complicated. But to get back to the painting, at this point, I have to make a very solemn admission, brothers. I am an Age of Sigmar player. I know. I'm sorry. I'm ashamed of it too. I know. Not even Warhammer Fantasy. Age of Sigmar. I know. Not really. Look, I love painting armies. I especially love painting varied armies, and it just so happens that Age of Sigmar is better for that. I am not here to change anyone's mind, for the record. If you love 40k, more power to you, brother. Age of Sigmar just has a better variation in terms of, you know, the actual battle line. You know, a different variation of skin tone, species, furs, metal, wood, all kinds of stuff, as opposed to, well, again, I'm not here to change anyone's mind. There's just only so many times I can paint guy with gun and armor before I get bored. And do you know where you can find the best Age of Sigmar models? Warhammer Underworlds! How is that for a segue? These sepulchral, it's a horrible name. Sepulchral Guard are some of the best models I think Warhammer has ever put out. It sounded sarcastic because I struggled so much with that line, but I actually do mean it. I really do like these models though, they're actually great. And I'll probably end up getting some extra use out of them because I can use these skeletons as as generic, well, skeletons in like a D&D game or any sort of tabletop. So it's good to have this kind of stuff. That's one of the reasons I like Warhammer Underworlds. If you don't want to get into Age of Sigmar, but you want to have like a team of demons or a team of Chaos Knights or a team of skeletons in this case to use for other generic tabletop games, you can totally do that. So using these 11 paints plus our 2 colors of primer, white and gray, one of which is arguably not a color, let's go ahead and get these spooky warriors ready for the tabletop. To start turning this gray plastic into something beautiful, I primed these models, well, gray, but then gave them a blast of white spray primer from the top to create a nice artificial shadow on these bones. We'll be trying to leave it as untouched as we can. To start off the base coating, we are going straight for the Vallejo bronze and using it on the weapons and the shields. Up next, we're using dark vermilion for those hanging capes and cloaks. And then Cork Brown for anything made of wood. And black-red for the belts and straps. Okay, we're almost done with the base coating. We're going to use London Grey for both the headstones on the bases and the metal chains and chainmail. Then finally, we're using German Extra Dark Green for the base. Here's an update on them after the base coat was done. They don't look bad, but I'm still excited to get to the washing. And for this purpose, we're going to use water, matte medium, and Vallejo Black Red to make our wash for the skeletons and their kit. Then we'll wash the base with black. I started off with a much smaller brush, but it was so painstaking I ended up just breaking out the biggest brush I had and slathering on the wash. I did make sure to dab away any excess with another brush dried with a towel. When that was dry, and I'm sorry, I was filming at midnight and I didn't realize how much darker my apartment was, I reinforced our base colors with their original colors, but tried to avoid painting the very deep recesses. And now onto the true highlights, which we're starting with clear orange for the edges of our red cloaks. I actually have to admit, these look pretty great. My one gripe, though, is that there's just a lot of red, and we need some contrast. With that in mind, I mixed together a wash with Vallejo Flat Blue to use on the bronze. It was way too thick on the first model, practically painting, not washing, but I dry brushed some bronze paint back on and I think it evened out well. For the rest of the models, I thinned the wash out quite a bit. And for helping with the eyes, I'd like to thank returning friend of the channel, Vallejo Blue Green. Always one of my favorites. Now let's get on to the big reveal. I know you guys are waiting for it. So am I. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and, yeah, enjoy the final product. I have reached the end of my script, so I hope you don't mind if I talk off the cuff for a little bit here. It's been a bit of a weird week. I've started on this journey using the miniature painting as a way of kind of greasing the wheels and getting me into a fan base that may appreciate some of my writing, and that's been odd. And it's not something I want to talk about a lot, but it's also like, I feel like if I don't bring it up, I don't know, I feel like I'm lying somehow, and I'm really not. I'm promoting my book because it's a good fucking book and you should read it. I don't know, because I'm a really good writer. It's just, it's hard getting your foot in the door, and God knows actually getting representation in the writing field these days is about who you know. So I guess I'm trying to bypass that by going straight to a fan base I think would appreciate it, and that's, I don't know, I don't want to feel dishonest. I want to be transparent that that's what I'm doing. But it also happens that I'm a pretty dope writer and a dope miniature painter, so enjoy both. Or enjoy one, or neither, I don't know. I don't know, it's been a very weird week for me, as one of the things, miniature painting in this case, that I enjoy most, and that normally is the thing I do to relax outside of my actual day job and outside of writing, I'm now doing as part of my day job and as an extension of writing, and it's sort of added to my stress having that now, but it's also, I don't know, I guess it's just transitional. Because on the one hand, I kind of like that I'm now using miniature painting as a way of doing, that I have the chance to turn that into something professional. Oh shit. I like the idea that I could have the chance to turn that into something professional, because I can already see myself becoming better at it. It's a skill that I'd like to perfect and I'd like to become better at, and that's been really cool. And on the other hand, I'm sorry, I do deeply apologize for how strange and rambly this has been, but I feel like it's been a while since I talked off the cuff. Probably not since the last writing vlog, which I'm probably going to do another of this week, because I don't know, I'm just very behind in a lot of things, and I could use a really easy week. So it's probably not going to be any miniature painting coming out this Friday or this weekend. It's going to be a writing vlog, or possibly talking about movies, or why no one talks about Star Wars Legion, why that game just died hard. One of those videos will be coming out. I don't know. I feel like I'm afraid if I stand here for too long, I'm just going to end up rambling forever. But like I said, it's been a weird week with miniature painting turning into more of a professional venture, and with writing, I don't know, it's just been strange. Maybe I'll take the time to elaborate on it with a full video. But in the meantime, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and thank you for making it this far, and thank you for allowing me to inject myself into this community. Sort of. I mean, I was a Warhammer fan before. That was always true. I mean, I don't know. I think I'm gonna turn the camera off so I don't just stand here and ramble.